Greetings, citizens of the world. This is a message from Anonymous. To all pedophiles and pederastas. During the confinement, which is a product of the pandemic, there has been a considerable increase in the flow of child pornography. In fact, South America ranks third in the world for human trafficking, specifically child sexual abuse and exploitation. In Chile, the rate of reports of child sexual abuse per 100,000 inhabitants is approximately 68.5 cases in 2012, when all countries reported their police records, only being outperformed by Sweden and Jamaica. Moreover, at the South American level, it is the first in the rate of denunciations for this illicit act. We have detected an increase in downloads of child pornography material, information obtained through the monitoring of different sites and platforms. In the past, child pornography was usually trafficked at night, when the offenders were in the house. Now it is seen at all hours. Currently, there is no specific profile. This implies every social and economic reason. We have detected people with university degrees, postgraduate studies, self-taught and from different geographical areas. Sadly, those responsible for downloading and trafficking child pornography are people who have families, children in a hidden world that begins when everyone is asleep. There are more experienced sex offenders who live alone and have a lot of technology, screens, and accumulate more and more files. Online games, applications like TypeDeck are becoming a platform where sexual predators come in. We have seen that children are talking to strangers, asking for photos, and then generate the confidence to give a phone number and then be contacted by WhatsApp, which is where the deception begins. Pedophile, better known as grooming, which is a series of behaviors and actions undertaken by an adult through the internet with the aim at gaining the friendship of a minor, creating an emotional connection with it, in order to reduce the concerns of the child and to sexually abusing. In some cases, the introduction of the child into the world of child prostitution or the production of pornographic material may be sought. But all the pedophiles and pederastas in Chile, if they thought they were safe on the internet, they're wrong. The law on gender identity that came into force in the midst of the social upheaval of 2019, voted for by a group of Chilean politicians, mainly sought to allow the change of name and legal sex for all persons over 14 years of age who were unmarried. However, what they were most interested in was the incorporation of minors under 14 years of age in the law, which would have been a very serious mistake, since those children do not have the capacity to decide for themselves. Consequently, that change of sex in the registry would have been done by someone else and not by the child. This may encourage, among other things, the trafficking of child pornography material or the reception of a child for the purpose of exploitation, better known as child trafficking. We know that the elite controls the pedophile industry and the trafficking of children. This is not a situation where we seek to create chaos. It is about giving information to the public, and so we can deal with these problems that go back decades. You all know the history of abuse in the SNM, but you do not know that our children have been tortured, abused, mistreated, and killed by your trusted politicians and others who have abused a position of power to engage in sexual abuse of children involved, and that is unacceptable. We reiterate that this is not a situation where we seek to create chaos, but if you're thinking that this cannot happen in Chile, you have no idea. They have the collaborators in every country and international organization and have been hunting your children and our most vulnerable beings all over the world. During the increase of the foreigners' income, they have been encouraging child and white slave trafficking for their labor and sexual exploitation and organ trafficking. As Anonymous, we have information from the parliamentarians who voted in favor of the above-mentioned law that involves them in illegal activities, which we will make known, starting with Kast. Recently, Miville ceased to lower the age of consent for homosexual relations to that of heterosexuals. This is not a threat. We found their web pages and we have hunted them down like the animals they are. We have many identified and will be exposed in the coming days. Unfortunately, we no longer trust the corrupt government to carry out justice, so we will be exposing their identities to the world. If you wish to make your report anonymously, you can do so through the Internet Watch Foundation, whose link we will leave in the description of the video. We're Legion. Expect us.